I didn't want to have to do this, but somebody's got to do it, right? Internet Anarchist is currently fooling the entire internet and trying to act like he's a victim from YouTube's AI moderation. Now, everybody's willing to listen to him because YouTube's AI moderation, as you guys know, I've made plenty of videos talking about it, does falsely demonetize a lot of channels all the time. Although in this case, I think that they actually made the right decision. So if you guys don't know who Internet Anarchist is, he is a documentary YouTuber. He makes videos about the downfall of certain YouTubers. His entire channel is essentially talking about the downfall of certain channels and how they lost their career and everything that they've done wrong and things like that. And as some of you guys know, I've already made a video talking about him, going over a lot of plagiarism that he's done. He was actually exposed by two channels, MrSnowflake and HRK Studio, for tons of plagiarism. So be sure to give this video a watch if you want the full details. But essentially, Internet Anarchist has been proven 100% to be a plagiarist. Now, we do have history. As you can see, he follows me and he did actually try to help me out with the deep humor drama. Trust me, the story I'm about to tell you has a lot of layers, but basically Internet Anarchist helped me during the deep humor drama. For those of you guys that don't know, there was another channel that essentially stole my name and channel logo. He later changed it, but then he copyright striked me for calling him out. It was a false copyright strike. I made videos talking about it. He threatened to sue me, and then Critical made a video helping me out. I'm sure a lot of you guys know the story. Well, Internet Anarchist actually did reach out to me during this drama, and he was trying to help me out with it. He said he has a YouTube contact. He said he can try to help me out in this situation, and I appreciated that Internet Anarchist was helping me in this situation where I was obviously being plagiarized. Keep in mind that happened in September of 2024, so almost 2 years ago. Then later, a channel was also plagiarizing me, stealing my videos essentially word for word, called MrSlanderist, right? This person was stealing my videos about YouTube's IDH verification, and I called them out for it. And I also made a video talking about the fact that they were stealing Internet Anarchist videos as well. They were also taking his thumbnails and titles and trying to act like it was their own title and thumbnail. And because Internet Anarchist had helped me out in the past, I felt like it was within my rights and essentially my duty to defend Internet Anarchist and say, listen, you can't be taking this guy's thumbnails and titles. He makes his own unique content, and I made a video defending him. And then he even commented on the video saying he appreciates me for defending him and that it's, quote, disappointing to see this become commonplace on YouTube. I have seen firsthand that these channel operations are often either AI or severely underpaying international contractors in order to mass produce an insane volume of videos. Thanks for making a video covering this situation. Now, this was obviously before I found out that Internet Anarchist himself is a massive plagiarist. A content creator named MrSnowflake actually made a video, several videos actually, where he proved without a shadow of a doubt that Internet Anarchist is stealing other people's videos. I would recommend watching the whole videos because he does a great job explaining it in detail, but he showed proof of Internet Anarchist stealing multiple people's videos, uploading those videos after them, sometimes only weeks after they uploaded the original video, and taking their exact script word for word. Now, Internet Anarchist has replied to this and he said, oh, he's resolved this with some of the YouTubers. He basically messaged them and compensated them, so he paid them some sort of money. Obviously, I don't know the details of like the private conversations that happened behind the scenes, but essentially the way that he was rectifying this wasn't essentially to say, hey guys, I apologize, I did actually take these videos. No, he just said, oh, this was like taken out of context and I've already talking to these YouTubers behind the scenes. But again, you can't just steal somebody's videos and then pay them for it and then just think that everything's going to be okay. And it wasn't just one YouTuber. He stole so many different videos. Like I said, I would recommend checking out MrSnowflake's video. But in MrSnowflake's videos, he actually did mention me, and he was saying that it's unfortunate that a YouTuber like me, who seems to stand against plagiarism, is defending Internet Anarchist against MrSlanderist, right? Now, again, he did acknowledge, and as I just said, I did not know at the time that Internet Anarchist himself is a massive plagiarist. As you can see, he was stealing multiple people's videos from multiple different channels, taking their exact scripts word for word, and sometimes he was only uploading the videos, like I said, only like a week after they had made the original video. He would even sometimes use the exact same visuals as well, and it would just be the exact same script. It would be the equivalent of you copying your friend's homework, but just changing a few words so it doesn't look like you copied it. So again, if you guys want full proof, MrSnowflake has made multiple videos proving that Internet Anarchist is a plagiarist. And MrSnowflake's not the only one. Multiple YouTubers have made videos talking about the fact that Internet Anarchist has done a ton of plagiarism, and he's even done tons of plagiarism years ago as well. So this is not something where this is a new thing. This is just something where Internet Anarchist has managed to trick a bunch of YouTubers on Twitter to currently support him, and now they're defending him right now without actually understanding what actually happened. And now that we got all the backstory done, let's get to the actual tweet. YouTube demonetized my official compilation channel for reused content. YouTube is claiming that I am, quote, taking someone else's content and making minimal changes. This is false, and the content is mine, and significant changes were made to repurpose the content. The content is my own videos from my own 1.8 million subscriber channel that I own. Their own rejection says I was taking someone else's content. It's literally mine. Team YouTube, this is a clear error. So as you can see over here, it says your channel remains ineligible for monetization. Appeals don't show enough value add editing. reused content is not clearly an original creation of this channel and may have been repurposed from another channel. That is exactly what happened. Now keep in mind, you guys know possibly more than anyone on YouTube, I have made more videos crapping on YouTube than pretty much anyone, right? I am not a YouTube supporter in the sense of their AI moderation, their decision making. I think they've made tons of bad decisions. I think their moderation team is really bad. And I do think they've made tons of errors. I mean, just look up the words AI moderation or YouTube AI on my channel and you guys will see, right? However, this is what I think happened here. I think that in these, 2-hour-long videos that I'm not going to watch because it's just compilation of Internet Anarchist videos, he probably included some of those plagiarized videos that MrSnowflake mentioned, right? And MrSnowflake was able to find, I think, something along the lines of like 5 or 6 different videos that Internet Anarchist plagiarized, but there could be more, right? I mean, obviously, if someone is stealing content and getting away with it, they probably won't just steal 5 or 6 videos, they might steal more, right? So that is what I assume happened. Now, obviously, it could also just be a YouTube AI moderation thing where they detect this channel's content and they immediately think that he's stealing from himself from Internet Anarchist, the main channel, if that makes sense. And it's just a usual YouTube AI moderation error. But I just do find it pretty interesting that Internet Anarchist, who is a known plagiarist, is one of the people who is getting hit by this whole repurposed content thing. And keep in mind, Internet Anarchist, I believe, does have a YouTube contact. So if he wanted to, he could get this cleared up pretty easily, right? But I don't think this is one of those things where YouTube is actually making a mistake. I think YouTube is actually legitimate on this. And again, if you want all the proof, I have already made a comprehensive video going over all of his plagiarism. So just go ahead and check out this video over here. Now, my problem with this, and obviously he's lying to everybody. And yes, we did, by the way, before I keep going, we did have a private conversation about it. I don't want to reveal the details of the conversation, but I'll reveal some minor details of what we talked about later. But let's get into the YouTubers that he was able to trick. So he goes on Twitter, he plays victim over here, and he is requesting help from everybody, right? So a bunch of bigger YouTubers are now actually reaching out to Team YouTube on his behalf. KickChamp, quote, the most reliable news source with over 190,000 followers, is actually tweeting at Team YouTube for him. That Umbrella guy, who I've actually had conversations with before as well, he tweeted at Team YouTube as well. Here's another content creator tweeted at Team YouTube as well. Look at how many people he has managed to trick. Here's someone with 153,000 followers on Twitter, also tweeted at Team YouTube. So apparently these guys don't even know about the fact that he stole other people's content. And when people point it out, rightfully so, they are getting ratioed and people are saying stuff like, that is his content though. How can he steal his own content? Well, because that freaking content that he put on the compilation channel might be some of the videos that he plagiarized. It's just a classic case of people on Twitter talking out their asses because they couldn't be bothered to do one Google search. If they had done one Google search about Internet Anarchist plagiarism, they would know that this person is actually correct. You guys are a part of the problem on why there's so much misinformation on the internet. Now, in terms of our DM conversation that we had, again, I don't want to be someone who leaks DMs or whatever, but I will tell you a few of the details of what we talked about. So when I first made my video called I'm Disappointed in You, and yes, I know it's a dramatic title, Internet Anarchist reached out to me and he essentially said, you should have reached out to me before you made this video. And he said that the videos made about him talking about the plagiarism are, quote, misinformation, right? Then he gave me his Discord and he wanted me to talk to him, right? So this is what I said, right? I will reveal my part of the DM conversation. I said, I mean, sure, I guess, but if that is the case, why don't you make a video addressing the accusations and debunk them if they have been, quote, misreported? From everything I have seen, many YouTubers have proven that you have taken other people's videos almost word for word. I don't mind chatting with you about it, but unless you have some kind of proof that they are lying or misrepresenting something, I don't see how this can be justified. Now, Internet Anarchist just took the approach of trying to ignore it, and essentially he's gone away scot-free. He's been making his YouTube videos, and he is back to his old viewership, and he's getting, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views, right? Now, in his videos, especially when the plagiarism accusations first came out, he was deleting tons of comments that were mentioning the plagiarism, right? But now, because, people on the internet tend to forget things, now his comments are completely normal, right? People are just going ahead and commenting about the content in the video, and as opposed to pointing out the fact that Internet Anarchist plagiarized tons of videos from people and actually got away with it scot-free, right? You guys already know that plagiarism is a huge deal to me because it's happened to me so many times. Plagiarism in general is just wrong, but obviously you feel more strongly about a situation when you're personally affected by it. So for this massive YouTuber to not only steal a bunch of people's videos, get exposed for it multiple times by multiple different YouTubers, and then get away with it and go ahead and trick people on Twitter and essentially have them go to bat for him and at Team YouTube, it really makes me sick that a lot of these content creators can get away with stuff like this. Again, as I just showed you in that DM, Internet Anarchist, if all the videos, as you say, are misreported and they're slanderous or whatever, why don't you make a video debunking them? If you did, in fact, make those videos and they are your own original scripts, why do they match somebody's scripts and videos that were made weeks prior to yours? What explanation can you offer for this, right? The only thing he said, which again, MrSnowflake went over, is the fact that one of the employees on his team went ahead and copied that video script and that he removed them from the team or whatever, a specific James Corden video. But what about the other 5 or 6 videos that MrSnowflake showed that you copied? I don't want to start any beef with anybody on YouTube, man, but the reason why I'm making a video about this is because I cannot let this YouTuber go ahead and lie to everybody and act like they are in the right in this situation when they're very clearly in the wrong. Internet anarchists, we both know you're lying, and we both know that YouTube is within their rights to demonetize you for reuse content. In fact, they should be demonetizing your entire main channel as well. I can't let this shit stand, man. I feel very strongly about plagiarism, and I did defend you in the past. We've had a cordial relationship, but I just can't let this shit stand. I'm not going to pull any favors for anybody, no matter how big of a YouTuber they are. I know I'm irrelevant and no one's really going to watch this video, but again, I can't let you in good faith get away with this. I mean, this is just bullshit. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Internet Anarchist is currently fooling everybody on the internet, and he should not be allowed to get away with this. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.